We're back out on the bass buggy, and today we're talking about the mechanics of pitching under deep and heavy cover. Stay with us, it's going to be a good one.
They're out in that shade.
Yeah, that's where I'm. Go ahead and.
This is the fourth one I've seen, maybe fifth.
And there we go.
All right.
Go ahead and give him the old releasey poo.
There you go.
Wow, that water's really clear.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't.
Welcome back to lowbrow fishing. Today we're talking about the mechanics of pitching and flipping deep into heavy cover, whether it's under a dock or back into some flooded brush. You see a lot of videos about what baits to pitch, but not exactly the techniques to master. And it really is an art form that needs to be practiced. So without further ado, let's get out on the water and get started.
Pitching into cover that's against the shore. Well, the first thing you want to remember is grab behind the hook. You don't want to grab in front of it. You grab behind the hook so you don't spear yourself. When you load up your rod, you don't want to bend the tip. You want to keep it nice and straight. Hold your rod low. You want to come in just above the water so you can get up deep up underneath that brush and get that bait back in there, because that's where the fish are. If you can't get it back in there, the fish won't come out and get it because they're ambush predators. Right there, like that. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get that bait up in there as far as you can. And you get that reaction strike. Because if there's a bass, he's hiding way in the back. And a couple inches one way or the other can make all the difference between getting a bite and not getting a bite. The trick is, let me see. All right, the trick is when you're pitching and flipping, is you want to get that bait as far up under that bush as you possibly can. Now when you're holding the thing, you want to make sure you're not holding the pointy end, that hook. And I like to go towards about even with the reel. And you want to get it as low to the water as you possibly can. You want to make sure that you're just skimming that water so you can get it back in there. As far back in there as you can possibly get it. Inches matter. It matters how deep, because that fish, if there's one in there, see, that wasn't anywhere near far enough. Inches matter, and that fish is in there deep. If you want to coax it out, you got to get your bait back in there. Don't be afraid to get it tangled. It's part of the reason why you want to keep it low to the water. The lower to the water you keep your bait, the further back you can get it in there without having it get tangled up in the branches. There we go. Right in there, that's what we're looking for. Right there is what we're looking for. I said you want to do it about level. Don't load up like that. You want your rod to be straight. And release. Keep that bait low, as low as you can to the water. Don't be skyrocketing it up in the air. You want to try to keep it up under the bushes. Like that. The closer you can get it in there, the better you are. On this back side over here, right against that shore. Right in there. If there's just a couple inches of water, those bass could be hiding in there, especially when they're just looking for shade. That is the mechanics of pitching and flipping. You have to practice it a lot. You have to practice it over and over again until you get it right. Until you're putting that bait where you want to consistently over and over again. Not having to worry about losing it, because you know you're putting it in the spot you need to put it in and able to get it back. That was the best one. Beautiful, perfect. That's how we want to do it.
So there you have it. With a little bit of practice and some patience, you'll be flipping your jigs and soft plastics deep under heavy brush and flooded cover with the best of them. And before you know it, you'll be pulling those great big fat bass out from deep inside their hiding places. Thanks for watching Lowbrow Fishing. We'll see you in the next one.